Live from Oriole Park at Camden Yards in Baltimore, the New England Sports Network presents Boston Red Sox baseball. This afternoon, it's Game 2 between the Red Sox and the Orioles. Well, the Yankees have just lost to the Toronto Blue Jays 7-4, so the Red Sox begin the day just a half game back of the New York Yankees in the AL East. The wild card situation, the Red Sox a game and a half back of the Cleveland Indians. The Indians tonight at Kansas City against the Royals. Hi, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo. Welcome to Red Sox baseball. Game 2 of the series between the Red Sox and the Orioles. And tonight, the Orioles send Eric Bedard to the mound, another lefty for the Red Sox. They have fared pretty well against left-handed pitchers this year. In fact, the Red Sox second in wins with 27, only behind the Oakland A's, who have had 28. The Tigers, in average, lead the American League against lefties, but the Red Sox are second at 286. The Red Sox have had 53 home runs off lefties. The leaders, Veritek with the average, and Manny Ramirez tied for first with 12 home runs against lefty pitchers. The Red Sox this week have lost to Hendrickson and Kazmir, two lefties, and are scheduled to face 4 next week. As we welcome in Jerry Remy. Jerry, tonight we'll see Matt Clement. We'll see if he can bounce back.
Well, it's been a very difficult second half of Matt Clement, and in particular the last 3 games. And one of the problems he's had is keeping the ball up in the zone. We're going to show you some video of the last couple of games. First of all, against the Toronto Blue Jays, this ball way up in the zone above the belt ends up being a double. The next one you're going to see is a breaking ball that stays up. That's going to go for a home run. And of course, the same situation in his last outing against Oakland, the home run there. So he's had big-time problems keeping his pitches down, both his fastball and his breaking ball. Now, they've worked between starts, Dave Wallace and Clement. I asked Dave this morning what he felt the biggest problem was. He thought Clement was rushing out too far, and of course, that's the reason the ball's staying up in the zone. So that's something he's going to have to work on today. A couple of things in his advantage. He's beaten the Orioles twice so far this year. He's never lost to the Baltimore Orioles, and the Red Sox already know that they can pick up a game. They look out at that scoreboard, they see the Yankees have already lost, so there's a little motivation for him today, a chance to get even with New York.
Now the Red Sox are going to make it 2 in a row over the Orioles from Camden Yards. First pitch next.
Complete Patriots coverage every Sunday in the Boston Globe.
The on-ramp to adventure is in a 2006 Ford Escape XLT 4x4 with the Sun and Sound package for just $255 a month for 24 months. This allocation of specially equipped Escape XLTs are loaded with a powerful and economical V6 engine, a 4-wheel drive automatic, a no-charge power moonroof, no-charge 6-disc CD player, and a whole lot more. This 2006 Escape XLT 4x4 with the Sun and Sound package is just $255 a month for 24 months. See your New England Ford dealer today.
Introducing the new steak and cheddar breakfast sandwich from Dunkin' Donuts.
Good morning, class. My name is Mr. Sweeney, and I'll be your substitute teacher.
Made with scrambled egg, delicious new steak, and real cheddar cheese. It's great when you need a little something extra. Dunkin' Donuts. Bring yourself back. Stop by Dunkin' Donuts and enjoy a cup of the best coffee in America with your breakfast sandwich today.
With most motor oils, performance and protection wind down pretty fast. Now there's something different. Introducing Mobil 1 Extended Performance. With 50% more Super Sin and extra cleaning agents, it's guaranteed to protect 5 times longer than the traditional oil change interval. 15,000 miles. Mobil 1 Extended Performance. The oil that's changing oil.
It's the final days for the 2005 Toyotas. Don't miss your chance to save.
Come on! If you ask me, you can save at the final days.
You could save $1,000 on a fuel-efficient Sienna. Or you could save $800 on a fuel-efficient Highlander, but stock is limited. Toyota's last chance clearance ends October 3rd.
Come on right now, let's go!
Toyota savings. That's moving you forward.
Complete Red Sox coverage every Sunday in the Boston Globe.
Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by your Boston area Lexus dealers, by Coors Light, by New England Toyota dealers, by Aflac, by Hyundai, by Dunkin' Donuts, and by Southwest Airlines. Welcome back to Camden Yards, which is mostly filled again today with Red Sox fans. Remarkably, for this game 2 of the 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Orioles. An incredible gathering of Red Sox fans here, perhaps the most we have ever seen. And the Red Sox fans very happy with last night's win, looking to make it 2 in a row. A lot of clapping here once that final went up from New York, as again the Blue Jays have defeated the Yankees 7-4. The Orioles have taken the field. Let's take a look at the Red Sox starting lineup today. The starting lineup is always brought to you by Dodge. Johnny Damon leading it off in center field. Edgar Renteria at shortstop with David Ortiz the DH. Manny Ramirez in left field. Jason Varitek doing the catching. Kevin Millar at first base. Bill Miller at third base. With Trot Nixon in right field. And Tony Graffinino back in there bats ninth. Plays at second base. The Red Sox facing Eric Bedard.
Well, it's been the tale of 2 seasons for Bedard. Before going on to the Sable list on May 22nd, he was 5-1 since coming back in 13 starts, 1-6 with a 5.20. You see, he's made 1 start this year against the Red Sox. That lasted 4 1/3, gave up 6 runs, walked 4, and had 2 strikeouts against Boston. In his career, 1-2 with a 7.58 ERA. The Oriole defense is brought to you by New England Toyota dealers, and today it'll be Melvin Moore at third base, Miguel Tejada the shortstop, Bernie Castro at second, and Chris Gomez the first baseman. Left to right, David Newhan, Luis Matos, and Jay Gibbons. Javi Lopez doing the catching for Bedard.
Umpiring crew has Phil Cuzzy in behind the plate, Jared Crawford at first base, Ed Rapuano at second base, and C.B. Bucknor, the umpire, at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas tardes, amigos.
Johnny Damon in on the left side, and the first pitch of this one. Missing 4-1 to Damon. Starts today hitting at .315, 9 homers and 72 runs batted in. And it's 2-0 to Damon. Damon just 6 for his last 29 over the last 7 games. He's 0 for 5 in the ball game here last night. There's a strike, and it's 2-1 now to Damon. Very comfortable, 75 degrees, overcast skies above Camden Yards. Swing and a miss, and it's even now 2-2 to Damon.
Last win that Bedard had, that was back on August the 9th against Tampa Bay, although last time out a pretty good game against the Yankees. Only gave up 2 earned runs in 6 innings.
And then slaps it foul off to the left, stays 2-2. Bedard, born in Ontario, Canada. A 6th-round pick by the Orioles back in 1999. A 6-year-old left-hander. Last year was 6-10 in the rotation for the Orioles. Made 27 starts. And today, trying to get back to the 500 mark individually as he comes in at 6-7. And he grounds it left side. Tejada knocks it down, but Damon will reach. Infield hit for Johnny Damon.
Now Johnny's been struggling. 0 for 5 last night, 6 for his last 29. The average has dropped to .315.
but he'll take this, a ground ball in the hole. When he makes the shortstop go to his right, there's no way they're going to get Damon at first base. So with a couple of strikes, a very protective swing by Damon, and results in a hit.
33 infield hits for Damon. That puts him second in the American League in that category. He's at first for Edgar Renteria. You're at 273, 7 homers and 63 runs batted in. Renteria 2 for 4 here last night with a walk. He scored 3 runs in the game. First multi-hit effort over the last 11 games. He was 2 for 4 in the game last night. Overall, it has been a struggle though over the last 10 games. Renteria 6 for 43, hitting at 140. Behind again is Bedard, 2-0.
Red Sox today from Bedard will see a fastball that ranges from 88 to probably 93, 94 at times. Curveball, slider. He'll also cut the fastball and a changeup.
Orioles infield a double play depth. Damon with a short lead off first base. Bedard ready to work with the 2-0 pitch to Edgar Renteria. Edgar taking the strike, and it's 2-1.
And you're going to watch 2 pitches today in Bedard and Clement that are very deliberate on the mound, especially with men on base.
Clement today in search of his 14th win of the year as he comes in at 13-6. Tree almost turning into that pitch, and it's a ball. 3-1. David Ortiz waits on deck. Outfield set up straight away and pretty deep on Edgar Renteria. Damon at first, nobody out. Ball 4, he walks in. So an infield hit and a walk. And the Red Sox have base runners at first and second with nobody out.
Now, it would really help, too, for the Red Sox to get off to a quick start, score some runs early, and that would take a little bit of pressure off Clement. Don, this crowd today has to be 80% Red Sox fans. You mentioned it. I have never, ever seen it like this.
Seems like every time we come, it's a little bit more, but this certainly the biggest gathering of Red Sox fans we've seen away from Fenway Park. And to be honest, if you're an Orioles fan at this stage of the year with what's going on here, I'm not sure you'd want to come out.
There's no point to come.
Going away to David Ortiz. Ortiz, 298 to begin the day, 46 home runs, 140 runs batted in. 21 home runs in his last 42 games. He's held hitless here last night, 0 for 5 against the Orioles in the first game of the series. Ortiz lines it into center field, a base hit. Damon to third base where he'll be stopped there, thrown in by Matos. The Red Sox have him loaded with nobody out in the first inning.
Now Damon had to freeze at second base. Tejada was in the shift, and that line drive was right up over the head of Tejada. So Johnny could only make third base. A fastball to Ortiz, a line shot right up over the head. When Damon can read that it's over his head, then he has to stop at third.
Damon at third, Renteria at second, Ortiz at first. Manny Ramirez. And .291, 40 homers, and 132 runs batted in. And last night got his 40th home run of the season. Fouled off, and it's 0-1. Time now for the Coors Cold Blast. Home run number 40 of the season for Manny Ramirez. Now has 5 career 40 homer seasons, including 3 as a member of the Red Sox. 2001, 2004, and now 2005. Outside, and it's 1-1 now to Ramirez.
Remember the pitch last night that Ramirez hit for the home run. You see the home runs against lefties in the American League. Manny tied with Sheffield and Vernon Wells. It was a fastball. They tried to sneak by him inside.
Last 3 home runs Manny has hit have been off left-handed pitchers. Hamill, Kazmir, and DeBose. Loop down the right field line, foul.
Major mistake last night by DeBose. He was away the whole count. Then he tried to come inside, and you're just not going to beat Manny in there. Not with that fastball anyway.
Damon at third, Renteria at second, Ortiz at first. Nobody out in the first inning. And he backs out as Bedard has really slowed it down. Infield hit for Damon, the walk for Renteria, the single to center for Ortiz. Twisted out of the way. 82 miles per hour that time from Bedard. Evens the count at 2-2.
Now that's more like it. If you're going to go inside on Manny, you got to go up and in hard, and that's what Bedard does. Now let's see if that sets up something away.
Breaking ball, and it's carved foul. Up and away to the right.
After the up and in fastball, he goes to the breaking ball. Left it out over the plate, and Manny just fouls it off down that first baseline. That's a good pitch to hit for Manny.
The breeze blowing out towards left center. Last night the breeze was blowing across the outfield from left to right. A little bit different factor here today. Bases loaded, nobody out. The 2-2. Manny hits it in the air to center field. Matos headed back, still going, and he'll catch it onto the warning track. Damon tagging and scoring the game's first run. The Red Sox lead it 1-0. And a third one, Renteria, as he tagged as well. And Manny Ramirez driving in his 133rd run of the year.
Change up to Ramirez, and he's out in front just a little bit, but still able to make the contact and get it deep enough to get the run home. That ball's down and away from Ramirez. He's right down with it and gets that fly ball to center field. You see how Manny's out on that front foot, but the hands were able to stay back. The good solid contact in the 1-0 lead.
Went a long way as it took Matos back onto the warning track. It is 4-10 to straightaway center field. Matos had to get back onto the track to get that. Ray Miller, the pitching coach, out to talk to Eric Bedard. So first and third, a run in, one down. Renteria at third, Ortiz over at first base. And here's Jason Varitek, who today bats fifth in the Red Sox order. 283, 21 homers, and 68 runs batted in. 0 for 4 here in the ball game last night. And there for the strike. Varitek today against the left-handed pitcher, batting from the right side, and .345 batting average, batting right-handed. Up and away, gets off the glove of Lopez. Here comes Renteria, and it's a 2-0 Boston lead. Ortiz up to second base. Wild pitch charged to Bedard.
That ball just really sailed on Bedard, and there's no way Lopez to get up quick enough to knock it down. He does get a glove on it, but right off the top of the glove and back to the backstop. And you've got to be sure at third base, too, because that ball bounces back quickly from that area right there. Renteria hustling all the way and is able to beat Bedard to home plate.
One out, Ortiz in scoring position at second base. Up and away, 2-1 down to Varitek. Red Sox with 2 hits, a walk in the inning, the sacrifice fly for Manny Ramirez. A wild pitch scores Renteria. For a strike, glancing off the glove of Javi Lopez, but no advance for Ortiz. Trying to get it all started with the infield single. Batted down at shortstop by Tejada, but Damon would reach and score the first Red Sox run of the day. Full count now to Varitek.
Bedard really getting underneath those fastballs and causing him to sail on him. The one for the wild pitch and that last one to Varitek.
Third start of the year for Bedard, his 12th start here at Camden Yards. Varitek lines it foul down towards the tarp area.
What a nice refreshing day for the players. You know, nice and cool conditions, mid-70s here in Baltimore, no humidity.
Varitek strikes out, so a big strikeout for Bedard, 2 down.
Now that time he does get on top of the fastball, and the fastball thrown right by Jason Varitek at 93 miles an hour. He had a couple in that at bat that just sailed on him. This time he gets on top of it and picks up the strikeout.
So 2 down, and here is Kevin Millar. As Kevin has a home in Beaumont, Texas, and as soon as the ball game ended last night, he hustled back to the hotel to watch the coverage of Hurricane Rita, and certainly getting his family out of that area, which he did on the off day after the ball club left Tampa. And his thoughts are there, as ours are as well. It is his 34th birthday, and the pitch in there for a strike, and the count 1-1. Fouls it off. To the backstop, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Back-to-back changeups to start off Kevin Millar, then the fastball that he fouls back. After seeing nothing but changeups, first fastball he sees, a little bit late on it.
David Ortiz at second base, 2 down here in the first inning. Our numbers against left-handed pitchers, 2 of the 9 home runs he has off lefties. And Miller waits on deck. Red Sox batting here in the top of the first. On top, 2-0. Breaking ball that misses, and it's a full count now to Millar. Bedard just 1-6 over his last 13 starts. The Red Sox have gotten to him for 2 so far here in the first inning. And Millar hits it down the right field line foul. A start for Bedard coming on Monday against the Yankees. Yankee Stadium did not receive a decision. Orioles 3-2 loss to the Yankees. They allowed 2 hits for the first 4 innings. He got a fast start against the Yankees, and the Orioles took a 2-0 lead. Lasted 6 innings in that effort. Walks Millar. So the second walk of the inning for Bedard. And Millar headed down to first base.
Now this is a little bit like the last start that he had against the Red Sox. Had 4 walks in 4 1/3 innings. Already 2 walks here in the first inning.
Bedard 1-2 with a 7.58 earned run average in 4 career starts against the Red Sox. Ortiz at second, Millar at first. Slices it foul off to the right. Their starts today at .298, 9 homers and 59 runs batted in. He was 0 for 3 in the ball game last night with a walk. In the air to right field, Jake Gibbons back a few steps to make the catch. It ends the inning. The Red Sox leave a pair but score 2. Boston on top 2-0.
With Patriots gear from Bob's. There's no stopping you. Bob's has the best selection of authentic Patriots gear, all at great prices. Bob's Stores, the official apparel store of the New England Patriots.
Don't forget to get your best deal at Hyundai's September clearance, where right now you can get up to $4,000 cash back on models across the lot. You'll save big on the Hyundai Santa Fe V6 with Hyundai's award-winning quality that lets us offer America's best warranty. So don't wait. Clearance time is the best time to buy. But take note, Hyundai September clearance ends September 30th. At Hyundai. Win big at Hyundai's all-new Sonata Drive, Donate, and Win event now through October 31st.
KFC's new flavor station lets you choose your own flavor, which puts you in charge.
With KFC's flavor station, I'm in charge!
With KFC's new flavor station, I'm in charge!
You're in control with KFC's new flavor station. Finally, get your wings dipped any way you want. Choose from 3 awesome sauces. New Fiery Buffalo, new Sweet and Spicy, or Classic Honey Barbecue. Right now, get 6 for $2.99 or 18 for $7.99.
Okay, who's in charge here?
Be the boss. Choose your sauce at KFC.
Red Sox on top 2-0 as the Orioles are coming up, and the Orioles lineup is brought to you by Rico. Bernie Castro leads it off at second base for the Orioles. Melvin Moore at third base. Miguel Tejada at shortstop. Jake Gibbons in right. Javi Lopez does the catching today with B.J. Surhoff as the DH. Chris Gomez at first base. David Newhan in left and Luis Matos in center field. Red Sox send Matt Clement to the mound.
And it has been a rough month of September for Matt Clement. In 4 starts, the 1-3 record, 7.36 ERA. And of course, last time out against Oakland, only lasting an inning and a third, 8 hits allowed and 7 runs. This year, though, against Baltimore, in 3 starts, a record of 2-0 with a 4.05 ERA. The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Lexus, and this afternoon it's Bill Miller at third, Edgar Renteria the shortstop, Tony Graffinino back in the lineup at second, and Kevin Millar at first, Ramirez, Damon Nixon in the outfield, and Jason Varitek catching for Matt Clement.
Bernie Castro to lead it off for the Orioles in the bottom of the first inning. The Red Sox getting 2 off Eric Bedard in the top half of the first. For a strike to Castro. 304, no homers, 5 runs batted in for Castro. He's taken over at second base and the leadoff spot with Brian Roberts out for the remainder of the year. And since Roberts went down with a dislocated elbow, Castro the last 4 games at 353 with RBIs. One showing popped up, and Millar will handle it himself for out number 1. Let's check in for the first time today with Eric Freed. Eric.
Good timing, Don, as Kevin Millar puts away out number 1. You mentioned how he has kept his eyes on what's happening down at his home in Beaumont, Texas. Got his family out of there. But he says he's able to focus here on the game today, even though he's been worried about what's happening back home in Texas.
You get to go play baseball, compete, and then reality hits when you go home. I've had CNN on for the last couple of days. It's been it's been a tough time because you have no control over it. You just kind of wait and cross your fingers and see and hope. So, but the main thing, everybody's healthy and back home, and family and friends are okay. Now it's the damage you're going to deal with. But as far as getting locked in for the Sox, the last 9 games, that won't be a problem today. We're in a big race and we need this game.
Toughest thing for Kevin has been trying to find out what the damage is to his property back home. A friend who stuck around, a doctor down in Beaumont, drove by, said there was some damage to the property. Kevin won't know for a little while how extensive the damage. His family will join him here in Baltimore today, help him celebrate his 34th birthday.
All right, Eric, thanks very much. As Millar making the catch on Castro for the first out of the inning. Check swing and a foul ball, the indication. Looked like it may have gotten out of the hand perhaps as it breaks the bat for Melvin Mora.
Yeah, that was a total mess. A broken bat, and then I think something, either the bat or the baseball, fouled off the foot. The fastball running back inside on Melvin Mora. He gets jammed. He breaks the bat, and the ball ends up on his right foot. So not a lot going right in that swing.
So Mora has a new bat with a count of 1-2. 278, 21 homers, 76 runs batted in for Mora. So 0 for 3 with a walk here last night. He's 21 home runs, and his last home run was on Thursday in the last game of the Yankees series. Hopped up into shallow right. Out goes Graffinino. And Tony puts away out number 2.
Tony Graffinino back in the Red Sox lineup after missing a few games with a slightly strained groin, and said he could have played last night, but Francona wanted to give him an extra night off, and then back in here today against the left-hander. This happened on Monday in St. Pete when he was diving for a ball in the outfield.
Two down for Miguel Tejada. Held off to the right, back and out of play. Tejada's error last night was enormous. Sitting at 310, 25 homers, 94 runs batted in. His error got the Red Sox going and continued an inning that could have been over. And Ramirez later in the game also with a 2-run home run as part of the Red Sox victory, but Tejada takes care of business here. The Red Sox would not have scored in the inning. This was in the 5th. The ground ball off the bat of Ramirez, and this one just sailing away from Tejada. And then the 2-run double for Nixon that split the gap out in right center field. And it turned into an enormous inning for the Red Sox. Tejada, a .400 batting average in his career against Matt Clement. Earlier, I heard you were talking about Dave Wallace's opinions of Matt Clement. He was a very slow worker in between pitches, but I think what you meant was he was in his delivery being too quick.
That's exactly right, Don. You know, when he was kind of rushing it up to the plate and sometimes overstriding, which was causing a lot of pitches to stay up in the zone.
Inside to Tejada, full count now.
First thing Francona and Wallace did after that beating he took last time, they called him in the office right away to try to pump him back up, saying, well, look, this is just one of those games, one of those things. Just totally forget about it right now and let's go to work.
Tejada strikes out. First strikeout for Clement. 1-2-3 first. 2-0 Boston.
My company now offers Harvard Pilgrim, so I decided to switch. I heard really great things about them, but I never expected that they would call and welcome me as a new member, just to make sure that I understood my benefits and how everything works. I mean, with all the new members that they get, they still took the time to make me feel like I'm the only one.
Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, named a distinguished health plan by J.D. Power and Associates.
Jij trekt niet de rooiknop niet. Die druk op daar, die druk daar. Die druk op daar, die druk daar.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Oh, that's cute.
Huh?
The boys made a seesaw.
That's not a seesaw, it's a catapult.
Place looks great. I got it.
New windows? Harvey Windows.
Harvey Windows. Home improved.
Back here in Baltimore, more on Matt Clement. Jerry and Don were talking about how Terry Francona and Dave Wallace tried to pump Clement up after his last start. Well, the next day, Monday in St. Petersburg, they were doing some work out in the field. Dave Wallace, the pitching coach, and Matt Clement. As Wallace puts it, they're trying to get back to basics, trying to work things out, trying to find some keys, some solutions to the problems he's been having. Here's the pitching coach about what he's been doing with Clement.
The fact of the matter is he's had a pretty good year. So we basically went back to square one and worked on some things. And as you do with most pitchers, you go through a refresher course and just some checkpoints with them. So we went out early the other day and did some stuff just as far as balance, getting his lower half and his body and his everything in the right position to just kind of remind him of things.
Clement has been a very hard worker between starts, trying to find some answers here, and Francona and Wallace both think Clement's very close. Good first inning for Clement here today, guys.
And Eric, this is a little bit more of that session you were talking about on Monday in Tampa Bay.
See what Wallace is doing there with Clement is as the leg starts to go, he's trying to keep that shoulder from rushing with him. And if everything goes at the same time, that's going to cause him to overstride and the ball's going to take off on him. So keep the top part of your body back.
Breaking balls this inning from Bedard so far, and he misses to Nixon. 3-1 the count.
It's almost like that reminded me a lot of you, Don, when you're pushing people in line trying to get the food.
3-1 the count to Nixon. No for a strike. And it's 3-2 now. There's no doubt about it, and that picture just illustrated it very well. Dave Wallace is a hands-on pitching coach. Nixon fouls it to the backstop, full count. He's done a great job with his staff. This last year had the likes of Derek Lowe and Pedro Martinez to work with. And this year the newcomer Matt Clement, who today goes after win number 14 of the season. Full count to Nixon, who leads it off here in the top of the second inning. Nixon trying to hold up. Very defensive cut, and he strikes out. Second strikeout for Eric Bedard.
Nixon gets caught chasing a fastball up and in on the 3-2 count. Certainly ball 4, but Nixon committed and then could not hold up the swing.
One down. Tony Graffanino, the batter, back in there today for the Red Sox. Graffanino with .311, 6 homers and 36 runs batted in. Held off at the dish, and it's 0-2 to Graffanino.
And before missing a couple of games with the injury, had hit in 9 of his last 10 games. And when you're swinging the bat like that, you don't want any time off to mess up your timing.
That stuff inside, 93 miles per hour from Bedard. Johnny Damon waiting on deck. He got it started last inning with an infield hit. Came around to score the first Red Sox run. Strike 3 call over the inside corner to Graffanino, and it's back-to-back strikeouts for Bedard. 2 down.
I think Graffanino thought that ball might have been low. It's a breaking ball from Bedard, so he's got a strikeout on a fastball this inning, and now on the breaking ball to Graffanino. So when Tony looks back and sees where Lopez caught that ball, he thought it was too low.
Second time through now for the Red Sox against Eric Bedard. Johnny, doesn't matter whether there's a right-hander or left-hander out there. In fact, his batting average better against lefties. Down to first this time. Gomez wins the race. 2-0 Boston.
That new destination smell. Introducing Southwest Airlines' new service to Fort Myers, Naples. Fly from Manchester or Providence for just $79 one way.
You are now free to move about the country.
The Ridgeline, a pickup that has a hidden trunk and a flat-out comfortable ride. The Pilot, an SUV with disappearing third-row seats and a 6-disc CD player. The CR-V, a vehicle with available real-time four-wheel drive. And the Element, it won't conform, but reconfigures itself in 64 different ways. Honda trucks, packed with good ideas.
Right now, you can get up to $800 off select John Deere riding lawn tractors, plus no interest and no payments until April 2006. But hurry into your nearest John Deere dealer because this window of opportunity will soon be closed.
Granite City Electric and Sullivan & McLaughlin present Field of Dreams 2, where you could win night lights for your town's ball field. If you want to win, log on to WEEI.com and vote for your town's field while there's still time. If you vote, you may win.
When you book a room on Ramada.com, you'll get our best rate in seconds. Of course, you could search the web endlessly for a lower rate, but just think of all you'd be missing out on. Ramada.com. It's as easy as...
Can't catch your Sox in time? At midnight on game nights, tune in Red Sox in 2, presented by Granite City Electric, a 2-hour replay of the Sox game. So keep track of your Sox around the clock with Red Sox.
Make your plans to see the Red Sox on the road in 2006. Trips are planned to spring training, Baltimore and Tampa Bay. For more information, call 800-336-2267. Last half of the second inning, Jay Gibbons, Javi Lopez, and B.J. Surhoff. And Clement retiring the side in order on 13 pitches in the first inning. Gibbons has been extremely good against the Red Sox, as Buckner said he offered. Especially over the last 5 games. 11 for 20 at .550. 2 homers and 5 runs batted in. A couple of hits here last night in the first game of the series. 2 for 4. Here's the final. Toronto beating the Yankees 7-4. Cleveland will be at Kansas City tonight. Red Sox beginning the day just a half game back of the Yankees. A win here and they'd be tied.
The closer for Toronto, Batista, come in that game and struck out 4 Yankees.
That included Giambi with the bases loaded in the 8th. Yankees had the tying runs on. Giambi struck out. Batista was brought on to get 4 outs. Well, the Orioles and the Blue Jays are going to have a lot to say in this stretch run between the Red Sox and the Yankees. The Yankees, after their series with Toronto, will come here to Baltimore, while the Red Sox will host the Toronto Blue Jays. There's ball 4 to Gibbons. He leads off the second with a walk. Join award-winning writer and journalist Frank DeFord at the next Great Fenway Park Writers Series Luncheon next Friday, September the 30th. DeFord will discuss his latest book, The Old Ball Game, about Christy Mathewson, John McGraw, and baseball in the early 20th century. Tickets are $40 and include a copy of the book. To reserve your spot, call 617-226-6458. So the first base runner of the afternoon for the Orioles, Jay Gibbons, with a leadoff walk. And here's Javi Lopez. Swing and a miss for Lopez. There's the DH in last night's game in there catching today. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
And so far, and I know it's early, but a much better job of Clement keeping the ball down to just about every hitter he's faced so far. This ball actually down and out of the strike zone.
Swing and a miss, and he makes quick work of Javi Lopez. Second strikeout of the night from Matt Clement.
See, once Matt Clement gets ahead, then he can go to that nasty slider, and that's awfully tough for those right-handers to handle. Ball slided down again, and again Lopez chasing it, the off-balance swing. So both strikeouts, one to Tejada, one to Lopez, have both come on the slider once Clement's got ahead.
1 out, 1 on for B.J. Surhoff. The DH at 267, 5 homers and 32 runs batted in. Over the outside corner for a strike to Surhoff. Surhoff 0 for 4 in the ball game last night. Now in his 23rd game since being activated from the disabled list on August 24th. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Just an inning and a third against the Oakland A's. 8 hits and 7 runs. His 3rd straight loss in a row. Much better beginning through the 1st inning and a third today.
And when you have something like that happen to you, you can't wait to get back out on the mound. It's a long time between starts.
In the 3 straight losses, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. First loss, then at Toronto against the Blue Jays, and then at home last time out against the Oakland A's. First time all year that he's had consecutive losses. Swing and a miss for Surhoff, who strikes out. Back-to-back Ks, 3 strikeouts and all for Clement.
That's the cut fastball from Clement, burying it inside on B.J. Surhoff. See the rotation on the cutter, not as big as the slider, but right at that last minute, last second, I should say, just a little bit of a cut on it, and he buries Surhoff inside with it.
So leadoff walk for Jay Gibbons. He's still at first base with 2 down now. Here's Chris Gomez. 273, a home run, and 17 runs batted in. Gomez starting at first base again for the Orioles today. In the absence of Rafael Palmeiro, who likely will not be back here, certainly not the rest of this season or in the future of the Orioles. And report today that Sammy Sosa done for the year as well. He's not been with the club anyway, so not much of a surprise there. But 2 very big disappointments this season for the Orioles. Really, the entire second half has been a big disappointment for Baltimore. The firing of Lee Mazzilli, their manager Sam Perlazzo,
and they got tired of Sidney Ponsanzak too.
Yes.
Got rid of him.
I'm surprised they brought him back in the first place. Other than the second time signing as a free agent here with Baltimore, and then ended up cutting ties. Good many problems for Ponson away from the park leading to that. Three 0 the count to Chris Gomez. There's a strike and it's 3-1. Gomez signing a 1-year contract extension. We'll keep him here through next season. He's been all over the American League East. Toronto, Tampa Bay, now the Orioles. Ball 4, second walk of the inning allowed by Clement. First and second with 2 down for the Orioles. Walks Clement is allowed in an outing 5. He's done that twice. He's walked 2 here in the second inning. Here's David Newhand, left fielder. Newhand 1 for 5 here last night, had a double. And starts off ahead. Newhand has been all over defensively for the Orioles. He started in left field, center field, right field, at DH. He's played third base. On the outside corner, and it's 0-2 to Newhand. Orioles always really slowing it down here with men on. Gibbons at second. Gomez at first, both on walks. And struck out Lopez and Surhoff in between the walks. Just off the outside edge. Did he go? They will not check. And it's 1-2.
Veritek right away looking for help from that third base umpire, C.B. Buckner, to see if it was a swing. Pitch was definitely off the outside corner, and it looked like Newhand did have control of the head of the bat.
And fouls it off, stays alive.
After a ball away, Clement tries to come back inside with the cut fastball, and Newhand fouls it off right at about the label of the bat.
Gibbons at second, Gomez at first, 2 down. And away, and it evens up now at 2-2. Two and two, the count to David Newhand. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Ball 3 and a full count now. So the runners will be off. Pitch from Clement. Grounded foul, will do it again by the Orioles dugout. Orioles have lost 6 games in a row coming into today's contest. They were swept by the New York Yankees in a 4-game series at Yankee Stadium. Came home to be greeted by the Red Sox here at Camden Yards. Boston taking the first game of the series. Again, the 3-2 to Newhand. He walks him. It's the 3rd walk of the inning allowed by Clement. And this will bring Dave Wallace out from the Red Sox dugout. 3 walks, bases loaded now, 2 down.
Yeah, Clement thought he had those couple of those pitches in that at bat. Not happy with Cuzzy behind home plate, and Wallace quickly jumps out of that dugout. Ball is certainly away. There's no question about that. Up and away. See Clement bend to his knees, thinking he had that, maybe that call.
Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by your Lincoln Mercury dealers, by Foxwoods Resort Casino, and by New England Jeep dealers. Well, a 2-0 Red Sox lead, but the Orioles threatening here with 2 down in the inning. 3 walks in the inning allowed by Matt Clement.
Yeah, very strange inning. 3 walks, 2 strikeouts.
Luis Matos at 285, 4 homers and 29 runs batted in. Matos taking the strike. He's 2 for 6 this year in bases loaded situation. 241 overall batting average. Gibbons at third. Gomez at second. Newhand at first with 2 down. Matos hits a fly ball towards right field. Nixon's got it sized up. Clement gets out of the jam. The Orioles leave him loaded. 2-0 Boston.
Foxwoods Resort Casino. 80 poker tables. Home of the World Poker Finals with an estimated total prize pool of over $12 million. Check out foxwoods.com for details.
Yeah. 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 And I heard him say, nothing's ever promised tomorrow today. From the shy, like Tim, it's a harder way. Before you ask me to go with a job. Nothing's ever promised tomorrow today.
PEPSI. It's the cola.
I've always thought of myself as a go-to kind of guy. Now with Ford F-150, I really am.
Dad, can we go to the movies? Dad, I have to go to practice. Dad, I want to go to the park.
See what I mean?
The safest Ford F-150 ever has the most interior room in its class. Get one with the Ford Family Plan, plus up to $3,000 in rebates.
Honey, will you go to the store?
It never ends.
Go to your New England Ford dealer today.
I have a plan to lose what I've gained. I'm saving a lot on my gym membership just by showing my Tufts Health Plan card. I have a plan I can finally stick to.
I have a plan to give my baby a fighting chance. My pregnancy is high risk, so I'm working with a Tufts Health Plan nurse to get the right care. I have a plan to deliver a beautiful baby girl.
Tufts Health Plan. No one does more to keep you healthy.
Top half of the third inning back at Camden Yards. 2-0. The Red Sox on top. Edgar Renteria. Bring it off. Takes the breaking ball for a strike over the inside corner. Renteria walked his first time up. Came around to score the Red Sox second run. Renteria, Ortiz, and Ramirez. Two up here in the third inning. Fired quickly ahead. 0-2. Well, Clement able to get out of the jam. He walked 3 in the bottom of the second inning. He gets Luis Matos to fly out to right to conclude the second inning. The Orioles stranding, the bases loaded.
That's something that doesn't happen very often. You walk 3 guys in an inning and you don't allow a run.
Fortunate for Clement and the Red Sox, they still have the 2-0 advantage. Strike 3 call. That's the 4th strikeout of the day for Eric Bedard. Retired 5 batters in a row.
After a shaky first inning with his location, Bedard back on track, certainly in the second, and now again in the third. The fastball to the outside corner for the strikeout. Lopez setting up away the way he used to do for Maddox and Glavine. Well, not so much Maddox. No, he didn't catch him, but for Glavine.
This is a sore issue for Javi, I think. And one away here. Here's David Ortiz. I can understand why you'd be sore about it. Anytime there was a backup catcher would come to town, Maddox would always throw to him. This one grounded outside of first and foul. Lopez in his second season here with the Orioles. Broke his hand earlier in the season. Spent a good chunk of time in the DL this year. Great year last year for him. And certainly not putting up the offensive numbers this year that he did last year or the year before. An incredible last season with the Atlanta Braves. And Bedard has found his rhythm here. 1-2 the count to David Ortiz. And Ramirez waits on deck. Outside, it's 1-2 to Ortiz.
One good thing for hitters in this game with this kind of a weird start at 4:35. At least there'll be no sun that's going to be a problem. No shadows.
He fouls it off to the backstop. 1-2. Another Another huge crowd on hand here at Camden Yards. Light rain was falling in the first inning. And from the clouds above, the lights on here. This late afternoon game. In the dirt outside, and the count evens at 2-2 to Ortiz. With a single in the first inning, one of 2 Boston hits. Swing and a miss, and Bedard back-to-back strikeouts. He's got 5 through 2 2/3.
Yeah, that's how he got Trot Nixon going up and in with the fastball against the left-hander. That follows a bunch of pitches away to Ortiz and then up above the belt under the hands.
So 2 down for Manny Ramirez. He had a sacrifice fly in the first inning. Picking up his 133rd RBI of the season. Last year, setting the pace in the American League in RBIs was Miguel Tejada. Had 150 RBIs last year in his first year with the Orioles. Strike and the count 1-1. League leaders brought to you by Olympia Sports. Category active leaders against the Orioles in RBIs. On top of 125, including his RBI today for this series, and 17 RBIs against the Orioles this season. Broken bat pop up to Tejada. Makes the catch for the final out. 2-0 Boston after 2.5.
Don't forget to get your best deal at Hyundai September clearance, where right now you can get up to $4,000 cash back on models across the lot. You'll save big on the Hyundai Santa Fe V6 with Hyundai's award-winning quality that lets us offer America's best warranty. So don't wait. Clearance time is the best time to buy. But take note, Hyundai September clearance ends September 30th at Hyundai. Win big at Hyundai's all-new Sonata Drive Donate and Win event now through October 31st.
Right now, you can get up to $800 off select John Deere riding lawn tractors. Plus no interest and no payments until April 2006. But hurry into your nearest John Deere dealer because this window of opportunity will soon be closed.
If you can find a better sofa and love seat for $7.99, buy it.
If you can find a sofa and love seat that's more comfortable for $7.99, buy it.
If you can find a sofa and love seat that's more durable for $7.99, buy it.
If you can find a sofa and love seat that's easy to clean Miracle microfiber that feels like suede and comes in 12 different flavors for $7.99, you better buy it.
So buy it from me. I can't be beat. I won't be beat. No way, no how.
At Samuel Adams, hops are to beer what grapes are to wine. Just take a smell.
That's why our founder, Jim Cook, goes to Bavaria to hand-select the best hops in the world. Most other brewers just call in their orders.
Only the best hops make the best tasting beer.
It's the final days for the 2005 Toyotas. Don't miss your chance to save.
Come on! If you ask me, you can save at the final days.
With Camry's 34 MPG rating, there aren't many 05s left. But the 06 gets the same MPG rating, and you can save $500. Toyota's last chance clearance ends October 3rd.
Come on, right now, let's go!
Toyota Savings. That's moving you forward.
With CVS Pharmacy, you can expect something extra when a Red Sox home game goes extra innings and the Sox bullpen records a save. CVS will donate $500 to Children's Hospital Boston.
Bottom of the third inning as Bernie Castro out after the first pitch slaps it foul on the ground outside of first. Clement able to pitch around 3 walks in the second inning. The Orioles had the bases loaded with 2 down when Matos flied out to right. Baltimore leaving him loaded in the second. That's after a 1-2-3 first on just 13 pitches. Canton Mass here.
It's a pretty good pipe set down.
Thank you. I'm jacked. Swing and a miss. Castro strikes out. Fourth strikeout for Matt Clement.
Looks like the slider again here from Clement to pick up the strikeout. So 3 of his strikeouts today coming on the slider. Bernie Castro's tried a couple of bunts in this series and he's popped them both up. One was a line drive back to the pitcher, Bronson Arroyo, last night, and in his first at bat a pop up to first base to Millar.
He needs to work with Jerry Remy.
Got to get the barrel of the bat on top of the ball.
Melvin Mora popped out to second base his first time up. Well, 5 strikeouts through the first 3 for Bedard. 4 strikeouts through 2 1/3 for Clement. Swing and a miss. He's quickly down. And it's 1-2 now to Melvin Mora. There's Red Sox will wrap up their 3-game series here tomorrow afternoon. Then the Orioles will host the New York Yankees for a 4-game series beginning on Monday. In the dirt, and it's 2-2 now. Tejada waits on deck. 1 out here in the last half of the 3rd inning. In the dirt and a full count now.
Catching Matt Clement for Jason Varitek is bruising. I mean, a lot of balls that bounce in the dirt, and I would imagine after catching a Clement game he'd be pretty sore. Once again sliding over to block the breaking ball, takes it off the left arm.
Off the end of the bat, cued back to the mound, and Clement's toss in time to get Mora 2 down.
Well, tune in NESN tomorrow after Red Sox post-game coverage for a new episode of Stories from Red Sox Nation. This is your nation. These are your stories. Stories from Red Sox Nation, hosted by Don Orsillo and presented by Granite City Electric and Dunkin' Donuts. A new episode tomorrow after Red Sox post-game coverage only on NESN. Well, then you watch that, and after that you go to Desperate Housewives. Perfect lead-in.
2 down for Miguel Tejada. Struck out swinging his first time up. You know, we just looked at a series of Red Sox fans. Where are the Orioles fans? I mean, they're not even really sprinkled in between.
Would you want to come here to watch the Orioles?
No, I agree with you, but it's amazing.
There you go.
There we go. That's an Orioles fan. Look at him, hat and jacket. I knew there was one in there somewhere.
Mentioned it last night. I mean, it really is a shame. This is what, 8 straight losing seasons for this franchise, and well, you just have to wonder. You know, they've got money, they've got a mascot.
It's not a bad mascot either, as mascots go. We've been sort of critical of a lot of at least I have critical of a lot of mascots. I mentioned the Texas Rangers have the worst mascot in the major leagues.
Yeah, and Jim Beattie, of course, general manager.
Fouled off to the right.
Actually, co-general managers Mike Flanagan and Jim Beattie, and of course there's been a lot of speculation that they may clean house once this season's over. Things didn't work out. Sosa just nothing really this year. Had no contribute. Did not contribute at all.
Tejada really the only signing that has worked out over the last couple of years here. This is chopped to third. Miller. The throw in time to get Tejada. 1-2-3. Go the Orioles in the third. 2-0 Boston.
Know the score before the game.
Join us before the Red Sox play the final road game of the regular season. We'll sit down with David Wells and talk about the last week of this wild campaign, and we'll look back at some of the best of the best. It's the plays of the week.
Alou over. Alou dives. He makes the catch. Olympia Sports presents the Boston Globe pregame report. Your pregame ritual.
The Bruins are Boston. Not the glitz, but the grit. Bruins are where character and teamwork matter over individual achievement. The Bruins are the drumbeat of a tribe that is Boston, played in the neighborhoods, heard in the bars, and felt in the streets.
That'll get them going.
It's about the cup. Now get to work.
I'm not afraid to speak my mind. He couldn't break a pane of glass, and neither are the Boston Globe sports writers.
If we'd worried about him, we'd all be in the loony bin for crying out loud.
The Boston Globe Sports Plus combines New England Sports Page with New England Sports Network.
The Boston Globe sports columnists face off.
Joe loves money.
No hiding behind the pages here.
Shame on the agent.
And news-making interviews only the Boston Globe and Nesson can deliver.
The Boston Globe Sports Plus on Nesson. New England Sports Page on New England Sports Network.
Tom Karen in our Nesson studios. Here's how it happened at the stadium this afternoon. Trouble from the get-go. First inning, Eric Hinsky. Fly ball down the left field side right off the glove of Hideki Matsui. Frank Catalanato, Vernon Wells scores. They both come in to make it 3-0. They would score 7 runs off the starter Jared Wright, and Miguel Batista faces 4 batters, strikes them all out. The Blue Jays beat the Yankees. The Yankees winning streak ends at 5, 7-4 the final. Let's go back to Baltimore.
All right, TC, here it is 2-0. The Red Sox on top in the top of the 4th inning. Jason Varitek leading it off. Varitek, Millar, and Miller. Bedard after a shaky first inning in which he allowed 2 runs to the Red Sox. 1-2-3 second and 1-2-3 third. 5 strikeouts over the first 3 innings for Bedard. And that includes a strikeout swinging by Jason Varitek back in the first inning. Took down 1-2 as he carves it foul off to the right. Time now for the Aflac trivia question. And our question today: who are the 4 Orioles to hit 40 or more home runs in a single season? The answer for you in the next half inning. One and 2 to Jason Varitek. Foul down beyond the Red Sox dugout on the third base side. Last game of the series here tomorrow afternoon. David Wells will get the start for the Red Sox against John Maine. Right-hander going for the Orioles. Back into the seats. Red Sox stays alive 1 and 2. Red Sox lead the majors with 863 runs scored this season. 2 runs in the first and on top 2-0. The Sox trying to become the first club since the Colorado Rockies 99 through 2001 to reach 900 runs in 3 straight seasons. Look at the run breakdown. Red Sox at 863. The first American League team to score 900 runs in 3 consecutive seasons since the Yankees did it. 4 straight seasons from 1936 to 1939.
As you saw the Texas Rangers on that list as far as 3rd, that they have hit 256 home runs on the season. And there's nobody close to it.
Hasn't worked out for the Rangers in the standings, though. They are 12.5 games back of the Angels. Full count to Jason Varitek. That pitch at 94 from Bedard. Retired 7 batters in a row, 4 of the 7 by strikeout. Varitek grounds it left side. Morrow, third baseman, in time to get Varitek.
Morrow's had a decent year down there at third base, only 14 errors. Remember last year when he moved to that position, he had all kind of trouble early in the season and then settled down and had a decent second half. Fairly solid all year for the Orioles at third base. Scott, Maria, Adam, John. 4 Red Sox fans here of about probably 30,000.
One down for Millar, walked in the first inning. 1 of 2 walks in the first allowed by Bedard.
Funny, we were going back after the game last night. We were lucky enough to get a cab, but it was like you were leaving Fenway Park after a game. The Red Sox chant was going, people walking down. It's a great, from walking here down toward the hotel, it's just all kind of bars and, just loaded with people.
Well, they must have marked this weekend on the schedule a long time ago, getting ready for this. Figured it was a stretch run, a weekend in Baltimore, an easy trip. Yeah, victory here last night for Red Sox fans, and on top today, 2-0. All 4 to Kevin Millar. Breaks up the string of 8 in a row retired by Bedard. Third walk allowed by the Orioles starter. Second time Millar has reached on the base on balls. 1 out, 1 on. And here's Bill Miller, who flied to right back in the first inning. Half-hearted swing by Miller, who changed his mind in the middle. Inside, 1-1 to Bill Miller. The Red Sox and Orioles have played 16 games this season. Season series split at 8 games apiece. Today's game and tomorrow's game to conclude the 18-game season series. The Red Sox have now won 3 in a row over the Orioles. This year the Orioles won the season series 10 games to 9. One on the side of the Red Sox, but here splitting the first 16 games 8 aside. Red Sox will return home to welcome the Toronto Blue Jays. It's really been a nemesis for the Red Sox this season. Red Sox are 5-9 against the Blue Jays. up and away in '93. 2-2 to Bill Miller.
Yeah, 4-game series against Toronto at Fenway, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and of course New York over the weekend for the 3.
We'll be featuring 3 left-handed starters in that series. Chacin, Lilly, and Downs.
Downs actually made that start today against the Yankees in New York.
Two and 2 to Bill Miller, 1 out. Kevin Millar at first base. And full count now to Miller.
Let's see if they run Millar on the 3-2 count with Miller at the plate.
Strike 3 call. The 6th strikeout for Eric Bedard. 2 down.
Looked like a cut fastball from Bedard, and Miller thought this ball was up and away. Pretty good pitch.
So 2 down. Millar at first base, still held on by Chris Gomez. And here's Trot Nixon. Nixon tried to hold up but went around, striking out back in the 2nd inning. Millar, who walked at first base. Red Sox have been held to 2 hits, both the hits coming back in the 1st inning. Part of a 2-run first for Boston. 1 run scoring on the sacrifice fly for Ramirez, the other on a wild pitch. Strike to Nixon, and the count 1-1. Bedard first reached major leagues in 2002 with the Orioles and returned last year. It was 6-10 in 26 starts for Baltimore. Nixon fights it off. Soft ground ball left side. Mora on the throw that's in time to get Nixon. The Red Sox strand the base runner but lead it 2-0.
Hey. Whew. Yeah. You look relaxed for somebody in your condition.
It's because I have Aflac.
What do you mean?
Well, when I'm hurt and miss work, Aflac gives me cash to help pay bills my health insurance doesn't.
You mean like car payments?
Mm-hmm.
Electric bills? Mm-hmm. Or the rent?
Yep.
Huh.
Even food. Chinese is here.
Great. I love duck.
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
It's been a great summer with Employee Pricing Plus. It's been a huge success, and the 2005 models are going fast. Because right now, during the final days of Employee Pricing Plus at your Chrysler or Jeep dealership, the deals have gotten even better. The remaining 2005 models won't last long, so hurry in now for the best selection. Remember,
if you can find a better car, buy it.
So I'd say if you can find a better car, buy it.
If the ride is more fly, then you must buy.
That's what I hear.
It's a wonderful world. I'm just walking on air. Talk of heaven on earth. I've got more than my share. Haven't got a care.
Rico dependability moves your ideas forward.
It's a wonderful
Changes too.
Loving wonderful you.
Big day, Troy?
Yeah.
Offense and defense again, huh?
Yep. Plus some other things Coach wants me to try.
Other things?
Waved. Now wiggle with it. Patriots, this is Troy. I need more cumin.
What's this?
Introducing Dunkin' Donuts' new steak and cheddar breakfast sandwich for days when you need a little something extra.
Mr. Kraft, your new ring is almost ready.
Dunkin' Donuts. Bring yourself back. Stop by Dunkin' Donuts and enjoy a cup of the best coffee in America with your breakfast sandwich today.
Hood is making strides by supporting the American Cancer Society's Making Strides Against Breast Cancer walk in Boston October 16th. Visit hood.com for more information. It's one more reason you can feel good about Hood.
Jay Gibbons leads it off in the bottom of the 4th inning for Baltimore. 2-0 Red Sox on top. Gibbons walked his first time up in the 2nd inning. Clement has retired the side in the 1st and 3rd innings. He allowed 3 walks in the 2nd. He got Matos to fly out to right field as the Orioles had the bases loaded with 2 down. Up to 56 pitches as he works here in the 4th inning. Strike over the outside corner, and it's 2-1 now to Gibbons. Inside this time, too far. 3-1 to Gibbons. Jay Gibbons now 28 years old from Rochester, Michigan. His 5th season as a member of the Baltimore Orioles. Outside, 2nd time. And Clement has walked Gibbons. 4th walk given up by Clement.
Check out the special 52 Weekend Getaways edition of the Boston Globe magazine in this Sunday's Boston Globe. Whether you're looking for romance, adventure, or family fun, it's the ultimate guide to your next great escape in New England and beyond. Don't miss this special edition of the Boston Globe magazine this Sunday, only in the Boston Globe.
So Ness's sales staff enjoying the ball game here. Mrs. Shoemaker and Karen Berzoni from the PR staff. The New England Sports Network. Javi Lopez stands in, takes a strike. Lopez struck out swinging his first time up in the 2nd inning. And now has allowed 4 walks. Goes behind Lopez, 2-1. Season in Atlanta for Lopez. He had 43 home runs, 109 RBIs, and a .328 batting average. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Pretty good year to be in the last year of your contract. You're able to come up with those kinds of numbers. And coming here as a free agent, signed by the Orioles in December of 2003. And a pretty good first season here with Baltimore. A far cry from the 43 homers and 109 RBIs. He had 23 home runs last season, 86 RBIs. Did hit .316. Good to drop down there, and he misses inside.
Supposed to be a slider away. Instead, it just stays inside. See the spin, but no break. Really get a good idea from this high home camera or center field camera that very seldom you see a straight pitch from Matt Clement.
Ball 4. He walks Lopez, back-to-back walks for Clement. 5 in all now through 3+ innings. Somehow worked around the 3 walks in the 2nd. See if he can work around 2 walks here in the 4th. A third time this season that he has walked 5 in a game. First and second with nobody out. B.J. Surhoff struck out swinging his first time up. And Vertek headed out. Dave Wallace headed out. We talked to Matt Clement. While we have a moment, let's check out the answer to our Aflac trivia question today. Who are the 4 Orioles to hit 40 or more home runs in a single season? Brady Anderson, who had that remarkable 50 home run season in 1996. Frank Robinson, who hit 49 in 1966. Jim Gentle, 46 in 1961. And Rafael Palmeiro hit 43 in 1998.
Well, I had 3 of those, Don. I had Anderson, I had Robinson, I had Palmeiro, but I did not have Jim Gentile. I thought maybe it'd be somebody like Luke Powell or even Cal Ripken.
Yeah.
I wonder what Ripken's highest total was.
Must have been somewhere in the 30s.
Yeah.
First and second, nobody out. Surhoff struck out swinging his first time up. He is ahead 1-0. B.J. Surhoff, first year in the majors, 1987. From their first round pick, first overall by the Milwaukee Brewers back in 1985. Close bunt takes a strike and the count 2-1.
I think he just taken all the way there to see if Clement could throw a strike. I mean, he's walked 2 guys, fell behind B.J. Surhoff. I just think he was taken all the way.
.68 total pitches, 33 balls, 35 strikes. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-2 now. B.J. Surhoff. Second stint with the Orioles for Surhoff after being with Milwaukee from 87 through 95. So Baltimore 96 through 2000. And then back here in 2003 through this season. Surhoff after the 2-2, sending it foul down the left field line. Gibbons walk to begin the inning. Then Javi Lopez with a walk. Surhoff lines it. Millar knocks it down with the glove. Graffinino picks it up, can't do anything with it. Now he throws to third for the force out. Gibbons with the late break, and he's forced out at third base.
Yeah, nothing at all Gibbons can do because you don't want to get doubled up. He thought Millar was going to catch that ball. He just flips it out toward Graffinino. At first, Graffinino did not see the man at third base. He's looking back toward first. And finally, he does look over, and he sees he has plenty of time as Miller gets to the bag to get the force out. So that's a huge break for the Red Sox there. Right off the top of the glove of Millar. Now Graffinino, and he has to lead Miller to the bag.
So Surhoff reaches on the fielder's choice. So put-out goes 3 to 4 to 5. As Gibbons retired at third base, first and second now with 1 down. Chris Gomez coming up.
Don't see that very often, do you? The old 3-4-5.
Gomez walked his first time up. And falling behind 2-0. Just an inning and a third last time out for Clement against the Oakland A's. Pulled after he allowed 7 runs on 8 hits and a walk in a 12-3 loss to the Oakland A's last Sunday. There's a strike and it's 2-1 to Gomez. Couple of batters for the Orioles just being extremely patient, waiting until Clement throws that first strike. Lopez at second, Surhoff at first. One out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. To right field, Nixon. And there's 2 down. So 2-way. And David Newhan coming up. Newhan walked his first time up. And 31 years old from Fullerton, California. Dug off down below us. Second season with the Orioles for Newhan, originally an Oakland A's 17th round pick back in '95. He's been in the big leagues with the Padres, the Philadelphia Phillies, and last year's first year with the Orioles had his best season in the major leagues last season, hitting at .311 after he'd been released by the Texas Rangers. And a strike to Newhan. His father, Ross Newhan, a longtime baseball writer for the Los Angeles Times. Outside, 2-1 down to Newhan. Down and in this time, 3-1. In the 3rd walk of the inning, the season high in walks now for Clement. That's 6.
Oh, this has really been a bizarre outing here for Matt Clement. No hits, but yet the 6 walks. .80 pitches for Clement. An even split.
40 balls, 40 strikes. And the 80 pitches thrown today by Clement. Matos fly to right his first time up. Matos with a swing and a miss out after the first pitch. Dave Wallace on the phone to the bullpen. Nobody warming yet. Some stretching going on out there. Matos down 0-2. After getting up and starting to throw in the pen for the Red Sox.
Looked like the slider that time, and Matos probably saying, why me? He's behind everybody else and walking everybody. All of a sudden, I'm down 0-2.
Second time the Orioles have had him loaded. They left him loaded in the second. In the dirt, nicely picked by Veritek to his right.
Oh, that nice play there. That's a tough play for Veritek. This ball bouncing way off the plate, and Veritek able to not only go over and block it, but actually catch it.
Lopez at third. Surhoff at second. Newhand at first with 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Matos hits a ground ball to Renteria to second base for the out. And again, Clement working out of the jam as the Orioles leave them loaded. 2-0 Boston.
With more flights to more places than ever before, America is your backyard. Southwest Airlines, we're taking low fares farther.
You are now free to move about the country.
Unstoppable A3 transfer from Adidas. Get it at Olympia Sports.
What could be better than a free checking account? How about one that pays you interest, like free interest checking from Sovereign Bank? It's an interest-bearing account with no minimum balance and no monthly maintenance fee. You get free standard checks, free online banking with bill pay, and a Sovereign Visa check card or ATM card with no annual or monthly fee. Plus, there's no fee to use other banks' ATMs. It doesn't get much better than that. Free interest checking. The name says it all. Sovereign Bank.
It's the final days for the 2005 Toyotas. Don't miss your chance to save.
Come on! If you ask me, you could save at the final days.
You could save $1,000 on a fuel-efficient Sienna. Or you could save $800 on a fuel-efficient Highlander, but stock is limited. Toyota's last chance clearance ends October 3rd.
Come on right now, let's go!
Toyota Savings. That's moving you forward.
Top half of the 5th inning, Tony Graffinino leading it off. As Eric Bedard returns to the hill, Graffinino after the first pitch. Melvin Mora crossed the diamond to retire him for the first out. One down here in the 5th. Here's Johnny Damon. Reached on an infield hit in the first inning. Came around to score the Red Sox first run. He would score on the sacrifice fly for Manny Ramirez. The other Red Sox run scoring on a wild pitch. Tough first inning for Bedard. Has been very good ever since. Back to The Red Sox have had just one base runner since the first, and that was Millar. Walked with one out in the fourth inning. 6 Ks for Bedard. And Damon takes the strike, down 0-2. Up foul, 1-2. Have left the bases loaded twice in the game now. And the bases loaded in the second and again in the fourth. And in both of those innings, Clement walking 3. Remarkably, has not been touched for a run yet. Even breaks the bat, grounds it towards second, and Castro throws him out, 2 down.
Making plans to join us for the 2006 Red Sox Fantasy Camp just before spring training at the Sox Spring Training Home in Fort Myers, Florida. Campers receive instruction from former Red Sox players and coaches, and every participant gets a chance to play a game at Fenway Park in the summer of 2006. Call 877 Red Sox 9 for more information.
So 2 down here in the 5th for Edgar Renteria. Edgar walked in the first, came around to score on a wild pitch. And struck out looking in the third. Last time out for Bedard, he worked 6 innings. Time before that, 5. And his last outing against the Red Sox worked 4 1/3 and took the loss back on September 3rd. And then for a strike, and it's 2-1. Pops it up into shallow left center. Back goes the shortstop Tejada, and he makes the catch that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox. Halfway through this one, 2-0 Boston.